Hey, what's going on, guys? Kaoiji here. So basically, if you haven't already heard the news, the Prologue 3 stream went live, and let me tell you, this was packed with a lot of information that you did not want to miss. So without keeping you in suspense, let's just get into it. So we actually got some news from things that we didn't know about the second closed beta test that were changed. One of the key things was the gigantic stayed spawned longer, and it's still a shock to me knowing that now, considering we almost killed it twice. One other thing that wasn't mentioned here was that the augments themselves, the HP values were then changed, and then also the HP of dread enemies were aligned to the amount of experience that they wound up giving as well. So compared to closed beta test 1, closed beta test 2 was actually easier to level in. There was actually not that much positive and negative feedback that they wound up sharing that we didn't already know this time around, and luckily enough, they're going to be giving us a full breakdown once they get all the information at a future date, so we are going to be covering that as well. It's also really cool to see that the Prologue stream actually went over the rewards that we're going to be getting in the global closed beta test, which is the exact same ones that they wound up getting for the beta test 2 over on the Japanese side. And we actually got some incredible story details from the stream itself, and I have some theories that I'm going to be going over in another video, but I'm going to be showing it off here right now, so I'm going to stop talking while you guys watch the clip.
私が相手をするわ。私も戦う。
ガロア、よろしくな。ようこそエアリオタウンへ。アークス、ドールズと戦う戦士たちの呼び名だ。俺はお前さんにもアークスになってもらいたいと思っている。
ブルード、
私が同行させてもらうことになった。この先にいるのはナグルスというドールズだ。マノン、アイナを見ていてくれ。君は私と来い。
So what's cool about this is now we at least have an idea of where we're going to be starting in PSO2, and it looks like we're not going to be starting in Central City. This time we're going to be starting in Leo Town, which I'm not going to lie to you, kind of reminds me of like the Kanto region out of Pokemon, and my chat made the same joke. But anyway, also they're going to be playing reggae in this town, so I'm hype as hell. It's going to be a party. They did give us some insight as to the personality types of a lot of the characters. Aina, who's going to be voiced in the English version by Amber Lee Connors. You guys might recognize her voice from Kimono Friends as Brown Bear, or you might even recognize her voice from Azure Lane as Akagi. She was also the English voice actress for Miss Joke from My Hero Academia. Going into Manon's characters, the entire reason why I'm going to be making an entire another video, because a Meteorin with memories of the past, I'm already going over speculation, because if you look at her outfit, she's wearing things that we are currently at least have an idea of the style of when it comes to Phantasy Star Online 2 base game. The style is also very reminiscent of the character from Idolo Phantasy Star Saga, where if you guys got to episode 2, you have a new main character, and her outfit is incredibly reminiscent of that character as well. This is actually going to be voiced by Heather Gonzalez, who a lot of you guys might know as Laura S. Arcade from the Trails of Cold Steel series, more specifically the Trails of Cold Steel 4, The End of Saga. She's also the English voice actress for Minoto from Monster Hunter Rise, as well as she also does Wildstyle Peel and Midnight Glamour Neath from the video game Smite. They also introduced the father of Aina, who is the character Garoa, which I'm not gonna lie to you, just looks like Gladio from Final Fantasy 15. And he's gonna be voiced by Chris Smith, or Christopher Corey Smith, who is a very prolific voice actor. Now, assuming that I have the right one, basically what you guys can expect from this voice actor is he was G from Street Fighter V. He was also Tommy Marcano from Mafia 3. He was also Mewtwo from Detective Pikachu, the video game, as well as Acid Man, Cherry Man from Mega Man 11, Thales and Arundel from Fire Emblem Three Houses, Kunizaku Okamura from Persona 5 Royal, and then so many more. Then we also have Dozer, who is the skilled instructor full of passion. This is what they like to introduce him as, who is basically the coolest fucking cast I've seen in Phantasy Star so far, besides the new default cast outfit that you guys are going to be seeing a little bit later. Dozer's English voice actor is actually Chris Hackney, who is the voice of Dimitri from Fire Emblem Three Houses, as well as Stinger from One Punch Man, Jacaccio, anyway, from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. He was also in a ton of different anime. Frederick Chopin from Lupin the Third, the movie. There's so many things that this guy's been in, and if you don't know his voice, it's insane. Now, a couple things that they were adding to the character creator were some things that just gonna make the new Genesis character creator one of the best that you've ever seen. They added more cast parts, or more default additional cast parts. The male and female cast variants look incredible, and they definitely fit the motif that they were going for, whereas the new cast outfit was more of a spellcaster style motif, and the new female cast type was the more fighter style motif. The cool thing about this is that all of the items that are on these, like the shoulder pads and some of the other things, can be removed as their ornaments to the actual gear itself, which allows for these default cast parts to be completely customizable and even look nothing like their original form. What you guys are seeing on screen currently is that with using finger only emotes, you can combine that with existing emotes to create something a little bit more unique. This isn't going to replace any of the emotes that we're going to be getting in the future that have finger only movement, but it does add some customization with ones that are already existing. Now, one other thing that you guys are going to be able to do to expand your character creation even further is that on the official launch of the game, you're going to be able to edit the expression of things like being sad, angry, and so on and so forth for cut-ins when you use chat. This is going to add to an incredible degree of customization that, I mean, you thought 15 hours in character customization? Come on, that's baby talk. Pump up them numbers. Now the information that you've been waiting for is we actually got the release window for Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis, and it's a lot sooner than a lot of people were expecting. It's going to be releasing simultaneously on all the available platforms for the global and Japanese versions of PSO2 in June. Now, they did go on to mention that there will be differences between the two versions, such as there will be certain events that'll be different between the Japanese and the global versions of the game, but every major update and the actual core content will remain the same. They went on to mention that there are some reasons for that. It's because of licensing and regulations that may cover certain regions and countries, and it also might affect some of the contests that wind up making its way for the Japanese and global market. Basically, for those of you guys who are a little bit unaware, a lot of the reason that this is happening is mainly because of the way that the publishing rights actually are done in Japan. So Sega has a lot more pull in Japan, and they also distribute and publish a lot of their own games and merchandise where they don't have to work with anybody else, and it's also easier for them to avoid having to do any shipping costs and tariffs that would cause them to spend a lot of money. So there's a good chance that a lot of the major content that we're going to be getting, like collaborations and stuff, a lot of those will remain the same, but certain items might be a little bit different, especially when it comes to like collabs, where a lot of the big token thing that we've been talking about is voice tickets. One more thing that they wound up adding as well is that for the global and Japan market, they are going to be releasing a benchmark that is going to be called the PSO2 NGS Character Creator, and it's going to be available on PC only. This is going to be launching in late May, so again, this is going to be happening really soon. All right, now you better be keeping this date, May 12th. Oh, lovely, May 12th. listen, is going to be starting the global road to New Genesis. Now, PSO2 NGS is coming soon, so there's going to be a Twitter and Facebook campaign where you're going to be getting a ton of SG and stamps, a Come On Matoe stamp that's going to be completely brand new. This is also going to be going on Japan. However, they're giving us the global version and our version of the live stream. There's going to be character item giveaways that you can use to be able to receive accessories and emotes that you'll be able to use in PSO2 New Genesis. There's also going to be a countdown login bonus, so you're going to be getting a SG ticket every day that you log into the game, and it's going to be great. And then there's going to be a level up support boost event where you're going to be gaining 400% EXP off of every single leveling quest. So if you haven't already hit your level 100s by now, then well, you're gonna too soon. There's also the PSO2 Welcome Back campaign, where if you are brand new to the game or you're coming back and you get a 50 SG ticket, you're gonna get some rainbow tickets, EX tri boosts, and then also other tri boosts as well to help you catch up to your friends. So if you don't want to get back into the game now, then make sure you guys come back for May 12th, which is a Wednesday. Then also you guys can invite new players and returning players to your alliance for a chance to receive a whole bunch of items. Inviting a newer player to your alliance will give you the emote 258, which is lean on hands, and then also will give you the emote 545, which is kneel, for an alliance that's going to be inviting returning players. Now, there actually is going to be a PSO2 starter package that's going to be giving us a ton of amazing stuff for both the male and female characters that are going to be based on the Elio versions or the Elio town in and of itself. There's the actual fashion portions, then there's emotes that are going to be there as well. There's also a new crawl animation that makes it look like you're swimming. Pretty much these accessories or these starter packs are going to give you a whole bunch of new NGS fashion that are going to be exclusive to these packs, and the way that it kind of goes across is the Japanese version and the global version will be introduced in two different ways. Now, what I mean by they're going to be released in two different ways is that the Japanese version is going to be released in a starter package, and then is also going to have a limited edition deluxe version, or basically it's kind of like if you guys have ever seen the physical manifestations of the episode deluxe editions, you actually get like small soundtracks and or other physical merchandise when you buy the deluxe. Pretty much the difference between the Japanese version and then the global version is that you're going to be getting all of the fashion pieces and a special code that is going to be available for the masculine and feminine items. And it's also going to be incorporating a soundtrack or a mini soundtrack, as well as the box will feature NGS exclusive artwork from the PSO2 NGS art team. Now, for those of you guys who actually don't know, this is going to be available on Amazon Japan, so this is actually another good thing to keep an eye out for if you guys actually want physical merchandise. Keep in mind that this version is only going to be able to use these special item codes in the Japanese version of PSO2 NGS exclusively. Now, the way that it's going to be introduced in global is that it's going to be released as founders packs, and there'll be two versions that'll then be released. Now, these are currently tentative, as they're going to be called the Elio Town swimsuit pack for both masculine and feminine characters, and the prices are going to be $41.99 and $43.99 respectively. Now, they're basically going to have the same amount of items for them, so you're going to get premium material storage, drop rate, and experience earned, and then a whole bunch of other cool things as well. But the main difference is that the female or the feminine version is going to have different types of accessories that are going to be available to it. So now that we know that Phantasy Star Online 2 New Genesis is going to be launching in the global market for everyone in June, there's a lot to be excited for. That's like not even 2 months away. That's a month and a half away, realistically. So you're going to be seeing so much information coming out these next few days. They are going to be giving us a Prologue 4 where they're going to be talking about even more information. And then there's also the agnostic poem where you guys can get something that you may have said over onto the official Prologue 4 live stream. Now, there's a lot of cool things that they're going to be introducing in that stream. Like, I'm hoping for Braver Bouncer. I didn't expect it to be this close. I didn't expect so many things right now, but at this point, I'm really hoping it's early June or at least mid-June. Give them time to be able to work on the game. I fully believe it's not going to be in late June, but who knows? We'll see. As of right now, I'm just going to say June's my birthday month. So for me, this is an early birthday present, so I'm excited. So with all that being said, I hope that you enjoy this recap. If there's anything I missed, you guys can leave it down in the comment section below. And then also, man, are you hype? Are you hype? Can you tell me how hype you are? But anyway, guys, thank you so very much for watching. As always, stay awesome, stay beautiful. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I'm out.